Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at men reveal creepy things girls have done. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. Story number 1. A girl I met at a dive bar once shoved a pill in my mouth while we were making out after we got back to my place. It freaked me. I spat it out immediately and asked what it was. She just giggled, told me it was a sleeping pill, and asked if she could stay the night. Told her, no, please leave. What? She's psycho. How do you giggle after shoving a sleeping pill into someone's mouth, like trying to trick them to swallow it, you know? Story number 2. I met a girl and fell for her pretty quickly. The chemistry was undeniable, and we were spending just about every minute together for 5 or so weeks. Then she drops, my fiance is getting back from India in 2 days, so I'm going to be gone for a few days. Can we still see each other when he goes back again? I was absolutely gutted and had no idea that she was already in a relationship. I said no. Didn't stop her from rocking up at my place again the second he left. Told her I didn't want to see her again. She started crying and tried to kiss me. I walked away with her sobbing in her car. I really liked her, and it broke my heart to see her like that. Cried a bit myself once I got inside. I just couldn't trust her again after what she did. That's so odd, you know? She kept that secret, and then all of a sudden, she's gonna tell him like it's nothing, you know? Like she was hiding it, and then she was like, oh, my fiance is coming back. What? What is this? And it just sounds like she doesn't feel bad at all. She's just like, oh, my fiance is coming back in 2 days, but when he leaves, it's totally fine. Like, she really thought he was gonna be like, okay, sure. Yeah, once he goes, let's get back together kind of thing. Like, what? Story number 3. I went on a first date at a small cafe by the beach for brunch with a friend of a friend of a friend. I took an Uber in case we had something to drink. Date went smoothly. When she saw I was requesting an Uber when we were leaving, she instead offered to give me a ride to my place. Cool, we hadn't been drinking and it saves me a few bucks. Also, maybe sex. Halfway to my place on a long road in the middle of nowhere, she drops, so are we gonna do this thing or what? Score, I think. I asked, what do you mean by this thing? She said, start a serious relationship. Told her, this was our first date, and before I could finish my sentence, she pulled the handbrake on the car and told me to get out. Huh? Apparently, she didn't have enough time to mess around with guys who weren't serious. We had just met. If she's been a bit more patient and gone on a few more dates, we may have actually become an item. What? I'm so confused by these stories. Yo, this guy is just unlucky with his love life, man. This has been happening to the same person. Whoa. What the heck is this girl thinking though? The first date and she's like, so, do you want me to be your girlfriend or not? What? What is this? Stalked me for 5 years after we broke up. Yo, that is creepy for sure. If it was like the other way around, it would be more of a big deal, which is sad. You know, the double standards. But seriously, stalking, no matter what gender you are, is just creepy, okay? She kept writing me letters at every address I lived at during that 5-year period. If she didn't have the address, she'd send them care of my parents. The most memorable is the one where she told me she was married and he's a great guy, but he's not you. Once, not long after I've moved to a new address, I came home and found a box of cookies she'd FedExed to me. How does she keep finding out where he lives? Eventually, I moved to a new state. I knew from her return addresses that she lived and worked there, and was worried we'd run into each other, but realized that was pretty unlikely. Then, after less than a year, she found me through a blog I was keeping and left a message on my voicemail demanding we meet. I posted a message to her on my blog telling her to stop harassing me or I'd call the police. That night she called. I repeated my threat to bring the authorities in, and I haven't heard from her since. How are you still harassing someone after 5 years? Like, what? Do something better, okay? He doesn't want you. There, I said it. He does not want you. Find someone who wants you, okay? Why would you want to be with someone who doesn't want you? She thought it was suspicious a single guy had a female dog. I've never heard someone have this kind of thought, you know? Finding someone suspicious because of the gender of a dog they have. I've never, ever thought about something like this. That's crazy. What the heck? That's some messed up thinking you have to have, don't you? To be suspicious of this. Oh my goodness. Alright, girl. Okay. I was going to head home after a night out and I was getting into my taxi and a girl jumped in after me. I asked what they were doing and she said, I'm coming home with you. Nope. Taxi driver helped me and she got out the car eventually when I shot down her advances. Why does she think that's gonna work? I'm coming home with you. Sorry, this is so weird. I feel like this isn't even taken seriously because it's a girl, you know? Like, reverse the situation and a guy does that and he's gonna get arrested, right? Someone I considered a friend started to grow feelings for me, but when she found out I had a girlfriend and I didn't feel the same for her, she found out who my girlfriend was somehow. She then DM'd her and tried to tell her that I was cheating on her with her and that I am a pedo. Luckily, I was with her when she got that DM, so I could explain the situation and then we blocked her. Next day, she DM'd her again from an alt account. What are you trying to do? Are they just feeling petty? So they feel like, if I can't have him, no girl can have him. Why would they even do this? Because what, you doing this does not make him like you. You know, you doing this doesn't make him turn to you just because he can't find a girl now. You know what I mean? Like, no, you're the last person he's gonna turn to now. Maybe if you didn't do this and you were a good friend, something could have happened between you two. But the fact that you did this just means there's a 0 possibility now. I could kill you right now and no one would know. During an intimate moment, I suddenly remembered something. I had to go. During an intimate moment, so they were making out and, you know, doing the thing. And she was like, I could kill you right now and no one would know. That's a way to set a mood, okay? But you know what this reminds me of? You know how sometimes you have like impulse thoughts or like just random thoughts pop up, right? You know, like you're holding a cup and then you're like, what if I drop the cup right now? You know? But the thing is, you wouldn't actually do it. You just have that thought. The thing, I feel like that's what happened, but she just said it out loud. Just like, I could kill you right now, but no one would know. Sometimes during an Uber or a taxi, you're like, I could get kidnapped right now. But you wouldn't say that to the Uber driver. You wouldn't be like, you can kidnap me right now. Girl I was dating asked if I had changed the lock since breaking up with my ex months prior. I'm like, no, but she wasn't a crazy person, so I never worried about it. She says if I don't change the locks, she ain't comfortable sleeping over, so I changed the locks. This ex sends me an angry text the next day. So you changed the locks, huh? Real nice. So she had been coming over this whole time and doing who knows what. Wow, his new girlfriend caught it, you know? Oh, how does she know? How did she know? Does she do that to her ex? I'm kidding. No, but seriously, that's crazy. After 6 months from our breakup, my ex called me because she wanted to see me. It seemed strange, but I accepted. When we met, she was friendly and all. Then at a certain point, she pulls a sheet in which there was written a list of all the men she hooked up with after our relationship, and she read it all to me. Why? Was she trying to make him jealous? Look at all the people I was intimate with after you. Don't you want me back? I can just imagine the guy being so bored, you know? She's just reading the list and he's just like... Found out my address from the phone book. This was the 90s. Sat outside my house for multiple nights, all night, just watching my house. I live in the middle of the woods miles outside of town. We only had one date and agreed to leave it at that. I found out sometime later what she had been doing. Sorry. I'm just imagining like, why do they have nothing to do, you know? That's all they do. They just sit outside someone's house and just watch their house. Like, what are you doing? Like, why? Because they aren't really working on trying to make the person like them. They're just outside stalking them and making it creepy. When I was in grade school, a girl snuck up behind me in gym class to sniff my butt. I caught her in the act and just felt gross. Why would you want to sniff someone's butthole? Or butt, whatever. I've had a girl create about 50 different Snapchat, Facebook and Instagram accounts all to try to get me to friend her. I've never met this woman in person and yet every few weeks I'll get a handful of friend requests from her. Whoa. Wow. Wow. I mean, what the heck? Why don't you just DM them once and try to talk to them? Why do you have to go through all of this? Why don't you just DM them first and be like, hi, and just leave it at that, okay? If they reply, then nice. If they don't, leave them alone. It means they don't want to talk to you. Find someone else. Accused me of cheating on her upon meeting my genuine girlfriend. I had never been with her or even heard a word from her about liking me. She just assumed the role of my girlfriend without ever telling me and got mad when she met my real life partner. Whoa, that's like some delusional thing. Wait, so you think you're someone's girlfriend? Oh, but I do know some people are so delusional where they think they own this person. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!